And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Now here's Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. This is caught by Robinson. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. This is McCoy. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brandon, we tell you, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. We're scoreless after 1.
Yellow.
Mahomes now to throw. Too long, a coverage sack, down he goes. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. And that is going to be incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Check the out read. Hey.
Ingram again, a 1st down carry. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Here's Snead as they run the jet sweep. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 5.
56. And we have you on the edges. Head to a You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Go. Motion. Reset.
On third down, Mark Ingram. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Chiefs' offense about set to begin going. Last time, they were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second-guess when you don't get it on a fourth-down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So after the run by McCoy, here's another 1st and 10. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job is a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
You know, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Mahomes picked by his ex-teammate Marcus Peters. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
56, check 56. Watch the run, watch the run. 56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got it. Bang, 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 bang.
Now on 2nd and 16, Jackson. Looking deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, and now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So on fourth down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And Butker able to put this one through. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
Let's go, bring it up.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And the defense obviously expecting run as well as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Hey, watch it, watch it. Come on.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals. The combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
At the 20-yard line.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Leads to 3rd and 11.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. 6 to 6. Run it. Pass.
Here's Jackson to throw on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
That's pulled in at the 32. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Watch twins. Check it back.
They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And McCoy is going to be stopped up short. He didn't get it. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
It's now 4th down.
And it appears the offense is going to try this again. They've yet to convert the first 3 times on 4th down, but they're going once more. They'll run it with McCoy. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a 1st down carry here for McCoy. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run it again with Williams. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
We've seen this offense go for it on 4th down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
They certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? Mahomes going to throw. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. They'll try and get it home with Sherman, the fullback. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Back now in Baltimore. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. They come out here in the I. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Chiefs have taken the lead. No success on 1st down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show.
Going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Here we go.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. The guy just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
That's good for 28 yards. Well, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Jackson. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's Jackson. It's complete to Snead. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And Jackson throwing once more. One thing I think that's safe to say, a battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Scoring has really been at a premium, and Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. He'll run it. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the 1st, and stop the clock as well.
And in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Shoot! Watch the shoot!
second down. Ingram. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it third down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have retaken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. And they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll go again to McCoy. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. He's back to throw. And this is caught. That's Watkins. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
First down, Kansas City.
I don't need to. Defense wins championships, baby.
Back to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mahomes to throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 25-yard line. Back to throw. And an alley to run. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory.
Second and 8 at the 22-yard line.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple, although I set you up by saying game balls, plural. But
I like where we're going with this, though. You say one to represent, like the best player of all of that. And I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.
Hey, same day, why I'm a running back. Friday, payday, running back. Running back, running back, running back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the Jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my Jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back the way to stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad. But I'm past that with a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap, that's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab round man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit, I'm glad. When the check missed, the direct hit, I'm sad. Like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Indianapolis Colts. They left in the middle of a cold night in 1984, but the Colts are back, and we're underway in Baltimore. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Let's go now. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, he'll try and run it. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
It's a gain of 21 yards. First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Mike 55. Hey, eat.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson, forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down, and he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson being chased out left. That's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Jackson from the shotgun, buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24. Yard line.
10 at their own 24-yard line.
Let's go. Pittsburgh. Mike 58 right there. Here we go. Tight go.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Brissett. And an alley to run. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. It gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through.
Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete here. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Jackson's throw on target to Willie Snead. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
It's a game of 5.
Check 55.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
You ain't got nothing.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Started to look like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Brissett. Stepping up, he'll try
there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8. This is Hines. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Hines. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. On 3rd down, Hines. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Hines. And some room to roam now. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack, able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Here's Mack. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. To throw, Brissett. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Tomadop Peko racks up the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack by Marcus Hunt. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Flush to his right, and that is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
To throw is Jackson. And got his man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a big 32-yard play on third. Jackson now, operating from the gun. That's caught left side by the tight end Boyle. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Gets this one to Hill. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Rocky Sim. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables.
Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6, eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. To throw again on second down, Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
53 is the mic.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He may try and run for this. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So on 4th down, the Ravens will call on Sam Cook to punt it away. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. Nope. Guaranteed the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
So we have reached halftime here at a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And they'll start on the ground with Hines. And not much to pick up there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They're going to try and throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson caught right side. It's Snead. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll run here with Ingram. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Check safety, check safety. Kill.
And again, it's Ingram. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Ingram. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker now to add the point after. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Here's Hines. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense. On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Yeah, he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it. They'll go with the keeper, and this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward, and indeed he did not. They stop him. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. His throw caught right around the 6. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got it 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. Ingram again. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Let's see what you got. 36, 36.
They'll look to run with Ingram. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run as the Ravens push further out in front. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride in the offense this go-around. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brissett complete to Hilton. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Brissett now. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now it's Hines. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. One receiver left is Hilton. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Hines. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jabal sheared. What persistence, and that persistence pays off. Tracks him down for a 19-yard loss. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now Jackson back into his end zone. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. He got him a big chunk of that yardage back, but even with that effort, it'll still be 3rd and long. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And sensing the momentum may be changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Now Brissett. He's got it to Hilton. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run with Hines. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 14.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. He's back to throw. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Back to throw. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Now Brissett on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens are looking like they're going to come away with a victory. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Ingram again, a first down carry. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Easy work. It's easy work. It's coming again.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 23-yard line.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those
from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throw it blind in my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mid dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad. Get it, talk about that, come slide on the cash, you love to spend. Bad about that. It's a lot of money.
YSL, I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian. Blame that on Gino. Snowflake the medallion. They can't get it by themselves.
That's why you treat my men good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Been a fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some.
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 8. Read. 7. Hey, let's get in there. Rolls. He's coming. Double up. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Check, check. Fresno. 5.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On second down, McCaffrey. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And he's got his target. That's more. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 22. Allen now on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
All day.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Check line 54.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The 20. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Nice hit. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch. Zebra. Stop your
On 3rd and goal, Wilson rolling to his right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Jacob Hollister there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 19-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
I got you.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he's going to be unable to get upfield as they take him down at the 21-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Hey, exit. 56. Mike.
Going for it on 4th down. Allen. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Check, 280. Check, right 54. Right 54. Come on. 14, got it. Nice.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. And a sack by one of the most consistent D linemen in the game, Gerald McCoy. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this is caught at the 8. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
The tackle made back at his own 49.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. They do go for it. Here's Allen. And this is caught. He hits more. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's McCaffrey. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin. Throwing on 2nd down. Allen. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
And it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll find Ballore out of the backfield. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They'll run this with Homer. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Past the 20. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal.
moves in them. Ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pull out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bed until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. This will be taken in at the 1. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
That's a very nice game there, a confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Yellow, attack! Let's go, Lou, lady! Check 15.
And they'll keep it on the ground with McCoy. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, second down.
Second and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
We won it! Come back! Hey, check Mike 57.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Yeah, and that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You're talking about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Mahomes going to throw. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Here we go, fourth down, Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill 68 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC.
Next to score, Chiefs 7, Seahawks nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now first and 10 at their own 26.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. 54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Here's Travis Homer, the former Miami Hurricane. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Flushed out right. He'll run it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 46-yard line.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down.
Got it. Set, baby. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Listen. You got nothing.
They'll indeed go for him with Wilson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And this will be caught at the 30. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 76 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Now McCoy. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. A line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll try again with McCoy. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And 10 at the 4-yard line.
Check. Watch 54. They're not ready for this.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson. That's caught by Hollister. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Chris Jones able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Fielded at the 43. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over.
Yellow, yellow. Let's go on, 80. Watch the back, watch the back.
On first down, Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney picks up his second sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now McCoy. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Well executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now Mahomes. And Robinson with a big catch. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 21 yards there. A big play on fourth down.
Right there, 56. He can't hang.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And now it's second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mahomes now to throw. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
At the 22-yard line.
Hey, 0. Go. 53, Mike.
Play action. Now Wilson rolling to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that 1 foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go. Here we go on fourth with Wilson. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more?
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Alert.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. Terrell Suggs, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up fourth down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. 12 yards on the return that time. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And going deep. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Frank Clark able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll go again to McCoy. They'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. He lets it fly for Lockett, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And this time, he's got the hook up. It's complete. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Now Wilson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Chris Jones, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Right there, 54.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson finding a safety valve here. That's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. We're back now in KC. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. and that's what it actually turns into, a heave, and that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A loss of 2. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. 10th carry now for McCoy. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Mahomes. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Now it's Lockett. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones, performance. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Wilson, forced out to his left. And he's got the hook up to Moore. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. And I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now it's Wilson. He's going to let this one go deep. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And it's 2nd down. This is McCoy. Heck of a move, but only able to work his way down near the 23. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. Butker's kick here is good, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he will be marked out right there at the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson being chased out left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now a desperation throw deep. This is caught inside the 15. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Here's Wilson to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Buying time to his left. He can run for it. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
They go for just one here as it's up and good, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Only one timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have one timeout left, and that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch, not at all.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City.
Turnovers?
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess.
Watch their Rams do battle with the New York Giants. Greg Zuerlein, the Rams kicker, approaches, kicks it off, and here we go from Los Angeles. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go, set, 60 Pittsburgh, Pilot, 64, Wheat, switch, go.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now Saquon Barkley.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
On third down, Jones escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. They'll run for it with Barkley. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down, 2 minutes left, the ball's near midfield, you go for it. But at this stage, at that part of the field, but like you said, it worked.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Saquon Barkley running right. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Big stop. Hey, dude. Hey, Mike 51.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald and the Rams get the football in outstanding field position.
Cut! 120!
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Gurley again here on first down. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
2 for 1.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
3rd and long. It's gone. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
20!
Watch the run. Kill.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction. That leads to second down. Another try on second down with Gurley. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think the second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start out. They'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
2 yards, good enough for a first. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
The former Charger All-Pro Eric Weddle on the stop. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Jones on third down. steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
So this was a case of better safe than sorry. All the receivers were locked up, so he had to try and run for it, but he ended up having to slide short of the marker.
They'll run with Barkley. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 30, 10, touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, 65 yards, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. The game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Another try after the first down sack. Goff, he's letting it fly for Cook. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Barkley. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Gets fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
They can't hang with us.
Hey, let's go.
Now Goff on first down. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Goff. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The veteran safety Antoine Bethea there on the defensive coverage. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Now it's Zuerlein to try the Ram field goal. This from 54 yards away. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
This is Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution?
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Here's Johnny Hecker now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on...
And now look at him go. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, 63 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley, and for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll go to Barkley again. Breaks the tackle now with Alley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley. 41 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
When you know you've got a home run hitter on your side of the ball, and you know that he can score from anywhere on the field, it usually inspires the rest of the guys to do their jobs even better. That resulted in a lot of great blocks downfield because they knew if they gave him space, he could do exactly what he did, put the ball in the end zone.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the stream, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Protein spill.
They'll run on third down with Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. They go right back to the ground here in Brown. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
180!
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Jester.
Mike 29.
They'll try the air now with Goff. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Dexter Lawrence showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
Hey, Alpha.
29 is Mike 29. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Motion.
Value 3.
From the gun on third down, Goff. That'll be caught by Cup. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down.
Hey, Shell.
29 is Mike 29. In your face.
Tula.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
5.
And it is incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on fourth down. And the Giants are going to get the football back. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On third down, Barkley. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
Fielded at about the 28. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. Touchdown, LA! Brandon Cooks. 39 yards. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. They'll try and run it with Gurley. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run it again with Barkley. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Barkley. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
29 is a Mike. Mike 29. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. 29 is a Mike. Mike 29. Watch the screw. Obama. Mike 29. I got you, son. I got you.
On 1st down, gone. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 32 that time. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
76, tell him. 76. 76.
Let's get the ball. 29 is a Mike.
A shotgun snap for Goff. He's going to let it fly. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. the practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and
smile.
shake hands. Yes, get out of there.